back, everyone.
Hello, everybody. And I think we've both made the determination that in the setup that we have now,
No one
our
has seen
whole...
that, actually, because we did that right after we
Oh,
finished
that's
recording,
right.
and
That's
you were
right.
you were working out while I was up in space placing things.
So we basically figured this thing out enough to get liquid oxygen pumping into a barrel and liquid nitrogen pumping into a barrel. Though it's a pain in the ass because it keeps like switching pipes.
It doesn't do any more, though, right?
No, it doesn't seem to do it anymore. But if we ever stop it once, I think it's gonna break again.
Right.
Like it's very strange the way it works, but the concept is cool. But if you can see, we have almost 1 million liquid oxygen and 2 million liquid nitrogen, but it's really not much.
It feels like a lot, but it's not.
Yeah, it's been running for, oh God, I put my jetpack to charge.
It's okay. There's stairs over here.
Yeah.
There's stairs over here, Jeff.
I don't like using conventional methods.
Yeah.
So it's taken 2 days for this thing to get to where it's at of running constantly, and we could probably burn that out in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work long
Yeah,
term.
because each bubble distributor uses 160 per second. And though in concept, I think we have the Tesseracts all set up to pull a full canister into the bubble distributor, drop it off, take the empty one, send it back, get it full. I think it would just like completely destroy it with like one bubble distributor in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I wonder if the non-bubble distributors, the other thing,
How much it uses. I mean, I when I go back to my space station, I can see because I got one up there. I can look at what it says. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. It might use less. Hell, it might use more though.
Oh god
Blood
damn
moon.
it! I hate
Well,
life.
it's okay. I'm taking off to space.
I'm just gonna go to space. So you know what, Blood Moon? I'll fly to you.
Oh God, good thing I fucked that up because I forgot to grab my jetpack. Got it. So I
I'll
put
sit down here in the red hue, I suppose.
Yeah, during about 3 hours ago when I got home from work today, I put a chunk loader on the moon. So I am curious to see. Didn't I say 10 was the moon or the space station? Or 0 was
Jesus
the
Christ,
moon?
I have no idea.
Damn it. Well, we're going to whatever 10 is. I put a chunk. Oh, the last place I went was the moon, so it must be the moon. But I went and put a chunk loader up there, off the side, so it wasn't actually loading the chunk where our base is, so it doesn't like eat away those leaves and stuff in case they run for a while. And I'm gonna go up there, and I want to see if there's just meteors everywhere.
I hope there are
chunks. Me too. Because otherwise, it's just it's just gonna take some time to mine those things. And we're off. My sound seems awfully quiet.
Did you put one of those muffle blocks down?
Oh, I wonder if it is the fact that you have muffle blocks around. How much do they muffle?
they're like really specific to where they are.
I will see, because it definitely makes some sound, but it's quiet. I wonder if I just turned the sound down in my computer?
I don't
No.
know.
No. Oh wait, I do it.
We've capped out
Is it?
on charcoal now. We have
Yeah,
10,000
I think that was
stacks.
it. Oh, that's good. So that's not nearly as much of a problem anymore.
Nope.
I'm still trying to figure out if I need to hold left shift when I come down with this little rocket.
Does it tell you to or not?
So it tells you can decelerate, and it gives
Well,
you your
on the
current
right it tells you
versus-
on the right.
versus your target.
Yeah. What is your?
But I'm coming down at -2, and it wants -0.9. But then as you get closer, the target lowers. And that one time I exploded our base, but it wasn't truly exploded.
Right.
Oh, I'm so confused. Okay, so let's see. If I get out of here. I come this way, folks. This is my chunk loader. They're super cheap to make.
Oh yeah. And you see what I meant about lasers now, right?
Yeah, it all makes sense now. Because now I can show my lasers on where it's at. And I got it loading 4 chunks up here in this radius. And it's been running for 3 hours, and I see not a single meteor.
Well, that sucks.
And I haven't explored all of the chunks yet, but
No, I think if it was gonna work, you just have like just
yeah. Well, I
days.
see a meteor just outside of the chunk that I don't recall being there because I looked around this area. Maybe the meteor. Oh, you know what? Maybe it loads that chunk, and the meteor's coming from an angle from from space.
Maybe.
Yeah, I actually don't know the trajectory that they're coming in. Because there's another meteor right next to it, actually. And it's got blocks broken around it. Which is almost like it came in, went out of the chunk, and now that I've loaded the chunk, it's showing me the broken blocks. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I believe in you. Yeah, you were saying that like. Actually, I don't know. I wasn't. I kind of was only half listening. I'm sorry. I was thinking about this thing.
Well, my thought was if they come in at an angle, the chunk is loaded, so they're coming in at an angle, but they're going outside of the chunk to land. So that now that I'm loading that space that they've landed in, it's still showing the broken blocks around them because it's the first time the chunk's loaded.
Are they like on the ground or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't
Is
know
there
if
only
that's
one
accurate
though?
at all.
If there's only one, I don't think.
No, I found like on the periphery, I'm seeing about 10 or 15 around.
Peripheria?
The peripheria.
That's what it sounded like you said, and I've learned a lot of words in this series, and so I want to know if peripheria is a one.
It's what happens to the periphery when it's had Taco Tuesday for lunch.
I see. Okay.
Yes, the peripheria.
That's why there's little blocks and shit everywhere. It just kind of splatted down the peripheria.
Exactly. I mean, you can't control it those days, Guude. I understand this. Yeah, there's a shit ton around, but I'm not sure if they have anything to do with my junk loader.
Well, it doesn't seem like when the moon is unloaded that they come down. So I think it did make a difference.
Yeah.
Like it kept the moon loaded at least.
Because we need these things for the airlocks.
God, this red is just very red.
The moon is not red, which is kind of interesting.
Right.
And I only would think that it would be red on the moon because of the fact that when you slept that one time and that the cycle completely changed.
Yeah, I wish I could sleep. I don't feel tired right now. That's what it says.
I love that they decided, well, shit, if we put a blood moon in here, they can just sleep it away. And they're like,
Yeah.
well, let's tell them they don't feel tired right now.
Yeah, no, I'm not tired.
Is there a different sleeping mechanism in modded Minecraft, like sleeping bags or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, there are sometimes like sleeping bags. Let's see if we have those.
I wonder if it would allow you to bypass it by sleeping in something different, or if it's literally the exact same concept. Like if
Probably is the same thing, but you know what? I have the recipe right here, so I'm gonna make one. And I will
Yeah,
let you know.
I definitely ended up with 24 new meteoric iron around the peripheria.
Peripheria.
Yeah, so speaking of words, today at work, I was working on something that, we had a survey from one of the big health organizations that came in, and it was based on not documenting the appropriate things after like an abnormal assessment was done. And the person I'm talking to is like a regulatory compliance person, and on the phone she kept saying, so after abnormal results, we have to make sure we redocument. And I was like, abnormal? What the hell is she talking about? But the whole conversation, and this is a person with a doctoral degree, like she's a very, very smart, and I know she knows the word abnormal. I had never heard the word, and I haven't looked it up yet, but I've never heard anybody ever say the word abnormal.
Maybe that's just how she pronounces abnormal.
Like aluminium?
Yeah. Abnormal. How would you spell that? With an I?
Like IAL instead of AL at the end, I guess. Abnormal.
No. Google's like, did
Nothing.
you mean abnormal?
So I was just sitting on the phone and I was like, abnormal? Like, now I just feel stupid. It's like, when people just use big words to use big words, and there's no reason for it. Like, I'm a person, especially when I talk to, when I talk to patients, I try to use as much of layman's terms as possible. Like, if somebody had a diagnosis for some odd reason, and I was like, look, the diagnosis is that you have bad breath, I would not tell the person that they have halitosis, because they're probably not going to know what the hell I'm talking about.
Right.
Even though halitosis is the term for, the medical term for bad breath. And I find it hilarious when, like, doctors and stuff go in and they're like, oh, your diagnosis is halitosis, you're going to have to deal with this. And they just, like, walk out of the room like everybody and their brother understands what they're saying. I'm a very much layman talker because I feel that that's what people understand, and I hate those people who literally use big words for the sake of using big words.
They want you to know how smart they are.
I mean, is that in the medical field? I feel that that's a small part of it. I feel that yes, some medical professionals want you to know how smart they are, and it gives them credibility to a patient if they're using big words because it makes them sound smart. So I can understand where it's helpful, because it makes people trust that you do have this level of education that they anticipate that you're going to have. So I get it a little bit more in the medical field, but for one, in the medical field, if you're explaining it to a patient, you want to explain it the way that they understand. But not related to the medical field. I'm trying to even think of an example right now because I don't like big words. But people who just literally use a large word. God, why can't I even think of an example right now?
What about, like, politicians? Do you want everyone to talk like Trump, or do you want to hear people that actually sound like they're intelligent?
At least I understand what Trump is saying.
Well, yes. I'm pretty sure my daughter speaks on the same level as him, so...
Here's the deal, though. I don't think Trump sounds not intelligent because he uses normal person words. I think he sounds unintelligent because of the stupid shit that comes out of his mouth. I mean... It's just you can't say ridiculousness. You could say ridiculousness with big words and still be a fucking idiot. So,
I met someone recently that talked exactly like him, and it was very strange. Like, I was in this meeting, and the person was talking about MindCrack actually to
with big words.
No, not big words. Just that everything was, they're tremendous, they're a great group of people. You're never gonna meet a group of people that are as great as this group of people. To tell you, they're just tremendous. And like, I just was sitting there like the whole time, like just kind of not sure how to feel because I did not feel good. Like, I was just like, stop talking like that. Stop saying things like that. Like,
you should have just used the word tremendous in every.
The word tremendous was used so many times. Anyways, it was very strange.
Well, that sounds tremendous.
It was tremendous.
Tremendous? What a weird sounding word. Tremendous. Okay. Is that not a word that just sounds like somebody made it up? I mean,
aren't they? Don't they all really?
Words. Yeah. I really want to know who the fuck made up, like, the whole concept of, the English language, and, we've talked about this before, and some of the words and the spelling of words and why they're like that. Like, why would you ever make language where you don't spell words the same way? Oh, my God.
Like, we're teaching our daughter to read right now. Well, we have been for a while, but there's certain things where, like tonight, for instance, when we were reading the word gym, and she was like, oh, like me and Mommy go to, and I was like, actually, no, this is the name gym. The other gym starts with a G, and it's like, but why? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. I don't know why. It's dumb, right? Like, how do you answer that question?
You're like, I don't know how to answer that. She's right.
Yeah.
It's dumb. Why? I want to name Julie and I now, because of this conversation, I'm going to name our child Jim, but spell it G-Y-M. Just because.
Did you see that thing on Reddit about the kid named Caitlin?
No.
Their parents named their daughter Caitlin, but instead of the part where there's like the 8, and it is not the number, it's the new
K8LYN.
No, the Roman numerals. VIII. So it's KVIII.
Wow, that's really weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's probably better for the kid later in life, and this is going to talk like on a high level that people aren't going to understand, because our electronic health record, if you have a number in your name, it like the system gets fucked up. It doesn't know what to do anymore. And we have this problem because our testing domain, when we were first making it, we called everybody by a number because we wanted to just like, you're going to be test patient number 1, you'll be test patient number 2, type of deal. And it causes problems when you're trying to do stuff with them because it's like, error, don't understand, like funny character and name. So if they had actually put a number in this person's name, it could have really made it tough later in life.
But I mean, that example is just like, your software kind of sucks, right?
Yeah, that's a whole different, like, problem, but yes. a different conversation randomly real quick. Julia came home from work, because, she's in health IT as well. And she apparently gave a presentation that a bunch of, like, bigwigs from the industry were there for, and she said the guy's name, and I don't remember what it is. And she's like, he watched one of my presentations and came up to me afterwards and told me how much we started talking about it. He really likes the work I'm doing. He told me how good of a job I'm doing. And it turns out it's the Chief Medical Information Officer of Cerner Incorporated, which is, the company that makes our electronic health record.
Mm-hmm.
And she's saying all this stuff all proud and so excited because, in the industry, talking to bigwigs and getting compliments from them is always a big thing. And I was like, I looked at her and I said, well, did you take that opportunity and tell him how shitty his software is? That's the only thing I said. I was like, no, I'm sorry, congratulations. But no, really, did you tell him how shitty his software is? But like language, like who invented it and made the word itself and the spelling of the word kernel?
Kernel.
Are you taking off?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, my rocket just really got fucked up because I just came back to her.
Yeah, no, I saw you coming in.
Oh, I'm waving! I see it for the first time ever.
Kernel is your example of the most fucked up word. Like, what about like Q?
How do you spell kernel?
It's Kernal.
No. Like kernel in the.
Oh,
army,
the like colonel or whatever.
Or Sanders. In the army or Sanders.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, COLOL. And no,
I thought I was like, Colonel is not my example.
Yes.
Whatever you.
Yes. Colonel. Yes, Colonel. How do you spell Colonel? Stupid fucking popcorn.
Right. That's why I was like, I'm so confused why this is the word.
But what did you say? Hugh?
Q. Q's one of the ones that always fucks with me.
CUE?
No.
That Q?
No, like a Q, like a line. QUE.
Oh, okay.
That's how it's spelled.
Yes, because CUE is also another spelling of it for...
What is that? What's that word?
I don't know. Maybe that's just the way I spelled it.
Do you spell Q? CUE?
Well, I do know that it's QUE or whatever is... No, I don't. Now I don't remember, but I remember it was a fucked up way to spell it, and I always spelled it my own way. I thought CUE was
like a pool cue
word, though.
Is that a pool cue?
Yeah. Maybe that's a pool cue. But in general, I'll just spell everything like that because say screw the man, and that's why I find it funny when when English majors. For one, why the fuck did you go into English? No offense to any English majors out there, but what do you do with that besides teach? With an English major degree, it's like history major, type.
Maybe you write books.
It's a very narrowed space.
I mean,
write books about English so other English majors can read your books. Like, isn't that just a circle of nothingness?
Don't we call that a circle jerk?
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what it sounds like. When you go into such a specified field that the only thing you can do with that field is write books or teach other people who are going into that field.
Right.
What else would that be?
Like, what do history majors do?
I mean, they just learn about old shit, which has already been learned about by somebody out there somewhere, and do the same thing again. Teach the next history major. Or teach the next person because it's a required, class that you have to take. So you're really, self-limited because you're not really self-limited because everybody is there, but there can't be, I don't know, because you literally are teaching that general ed elective that people need to take of history.
So my solar farm is working a hell of a lot better than I actually thought it would.
Really?
All 81 of my... I have 81 times 80 million power, whatever that number is.
81 times 80 million. Do I have a launch controller on my space station?
I just brought one up here for mine, actually.
Oh, I don't remember. What number are you putting it? 12? It must have 12. 12's got to be my space station.
I'm going to be 1.
12 doesn't exist. Wait, no. Keep your convention the same as mine, so we don't get confused.
No, 0 is the Earth.
Zero's
One.
make one the moon.
No.
Make one the moon.
I won't. I will not.
Why you gotta be such a jerk?
I'm just this. This is something I feel very strongly about.
I'm gonna make my space station 2.8.
I don't think you can use decimals. This doesn't allow.
It's like just like you can't use numbers in a name, Guude. I'll just make it Roman numerals. 2.VIII. How does that sound to you?
I'm really curious what that number is. What is 80 times 80 million? 81 times 80 million? I guess I could just do 80 times 80 and that'd be easy math, but I want to know. What
That'd be much easier math, sure. Dash ingots, dash plates. Did we have enough dash? I want to make another launch controller before I go to my space station.
I just made one, actually. So that's...
I probably already have one up there, too.
6 billion, 6.4 billion. Basically 6.5 billion power is what I have stored up here.
6.5. So, is that more than what we got going on with these survivalist generators?
As far as the amount stored, by far, because I only have like 8. I have 8 cells down there, like battery cells, and I have 81 up here that are full. So I have 10 times as many, basically.
That seems like a lot. Is that going to be our new... Oh, wait, that's only on your space station, though.
No, it's hooked up to a Tesseract. That's what space power is.
Okay, so...
I was going to use it for anything space. So, like, on the moon, basically anywhere that's not Earth. Like, we'll keep that same power we already have down there, doing the quarry and all that stuff. But anywhere else, we need power. Just hook into space power. Space power.
Space power. Do a little helmet, sir. What's going to be the hard part about making this thing?
What is?
The stupid little helmet. It's not even, like, hard to make. It's just...
Yeah, because you got to make the stupid repeater in it and everything.
Right.
Yeah, nobody likes making repeaters.
Pretty sure I have a repeater up in this chest somewhere. And I got to make another basic wafer unless you have one.
There is. There's 2 extra ones in there for me just doing it.
Just in one of these chests, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's in the Galacticraft chest there at the end.
Ah, there it is. Yeah, the repeater is kind of annoying. But I probably already have one. Whoops! I probably already have one of these things up there, and I'm just doing this for no reason. But whatever. We'll use it somewhere. Go on.
I'm just shooting off, as I do.
Oh, okay. That sounds child friendly. There. No kids, no biggie.
That's how babies are made, So just
just shoot it off. No big deal. Whoa, crap! The circuit fabricator is like empty of all his rubber.
Oh yeah, because you talking about the one on the left?
The one on the right, but the other ones are very, very short on it too. No, it's a big deal because we have a lot of rubber, but it's it's the way you stop babies have a lot of rubbers. I'm talking about how they're made. I'm talking about how to stop them from being made.
I see.
I've never seen them like empty since we've been using them so much for a lot of this stuff.
I could probably. That's not really not.
I just decided, even after I took the extra basic wafers that you had, to go make basic wafers while I was trying to instead go find the repeaters upstairs. I was like, there's my basic wafer, now let me go find the repeaters. Wait, I'll make basic wafers for no reason. So that was a waste. Because didn't we get a shit ton of repeaters from downstairs in this house? And
no, we ended up using those. Those have been used,
all?
Yeah. Unless there's some somewhere I don't know about, but I tried to use up all that stuff. I even got more at one point because I cleaned up down there.
Yeah, it does look like they're all gone. Okay. Stupid repeater. I wonder what the concept was when they made this helmet, and they're like, let's make it take a repeater.
Well, it's a frequency... What the fuck's it called? A frequency module, right? So, it's probably got some kind of pulse that it does on a regular basis to modulate the frequency.
So therefore, it needs to repeat.
It's constantly doing that repeating motion.
The repeating motion is very important.
It is. It's the most important.
I have so much like stone somewhere. Yeah, down here in our storage cache. Oh no, the storage cache actually just has stone. That's right. Not cobble.
There's that.
Boom. I really do think this is gonna be all for naught, that I probably have one up there when I get up there. Did you make sure you brought pads?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though it's not my time.
I mean, you always gotta be prepared for these things, though. You never know when that time's gonna come. And do you want to be caught off guard, Guude?
Nope. Be prepared.
Always the motto. And boom! Yeah.
I did realize after I scheduled all of the episodes that we should not talk about anything that's like date specific in these episodes anymore, like California primaries or anything like that.
But what's in the current news is so important.
Like, hell, by the time this episode goes out, it'll be another month, and for all we know, we're at war with Russia right now.
I mean, if people didn't realize already that we were at war with Russia, we just told them. You know, I feel good about being those news people who spread always obviously real news.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit! Well, you know what we are out of is time.
Is it time?
It's time to be time. So
What time?
yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.